What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today we're doing an unboxing and review of the Core Retaliator Recon MKII hybrid system from Orange ModWorks. Now, I was able to pick this up from their Project Orange system, and that is kind of their version of Kickstarter, I guess, where you back a project, and once so many people back it, and if so many people back it, then you will be charged the discounted rate, which you actually get a bit of a discount when you do this rather than waiting for it to come out for retail. And then you also get some special goodies. I think this might be coming with an orange trigger, which is pretty cool. They have several things that you can back right now. I think there's a similar system for the Long Shot and the Alpha Trooper, and I don't think those are fully funded yet, so definitely check those out if you're interested. But yeah, you can get a bit of a discount and get some cool special edition items along with it. So this package is really, really nice. It comes actually with a plastic wrapping over it, but I removed that so it wouldn't give us any weird glares. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is compatible with both long and short darts, which is really cool. And that's why they call it a hybrid system, that it can work with both long and short darts. So hopefully this does a good job of that. We know that Jet has come out with products that do the same thing but do not work very well. So this also comes with a 7 kg spring, and I don't know if they also send the 12 kg spring in here or not, but I also know they have a 12 kg option. So we'll go ahead and flip this over and kind of take a look. So they kind of have a exploded blaster look here of the kit with a Retaliator there around it, which it looks really cool. I wish the Retaliator came in that transparent black. That'd be awesome. But it gives you a look of like all their previous systems for the Retaliator. This is a brand new system. This is not something they've done before, so that's really neat. And this should hit around 150 FPS, maybe just under that, 100. I guess it says 141 FPS. And then with a 12 kg spring, it's going to hit closer to 160. So that's a pretty good FPS for me and my game types. We have a 150 cap at the Naptown Nerf Club, so this was really interesting to me, and we'll see how well it does hitting those FPS numbers. So we'll go ahead and open this thing up. It kind of reminds me of a computer game, the way they have this packaged. There we go. And we'll move this aside, and this comes all in a bag, which is kind of neat. It has all the pieces that you should get in the bag, along with this card that gives you basically just a business card linking you to their website if you have any issues or need any help installing it. So we'll go ahead and crack this thing open. I guess you can tear it right here, so we don't even need the knife, hopefully. Let's see if we can do that. Yep, pretty easy to just tear. We'll pour all those things out into our box so nothing gets lost. Oh, sweet. So we got a little Velcro patch, which is pretty darn cool. That's neat. Then we have the in-strike attachment piece that connects into our, I guess, barreling option that it comes with. So that's that part. And then we have a bolt sled, and this is made out of PLM, which is a very strong plastic, so should be very durable. We get our 7 kg spring and our catch here. We'll try to get the spring off. Here we go. So then there's our catch. Looks pretty darn nice. Maybe a little nicer polish than they used to do. Then we have our expanded plunger tube, which is interesting. I was kind of curious how this compared with the worker one, and it definitely, this is much, much larger, obviously, but you have to shell cut to get this to work. So this is probably the biggest plunger tube, I think, is what they said, that you can do without actually modifying your shell. So, but yeah, it's not anywhere close to as big as the worker plunger tube there. And this is the barrel that I was saying that connects into here, and that just slides in there like this. There we go. That's pretty neat. We got our plunger rod. We got our, I think this is the plunger cap. We can go ahead and open this one up. Got this stuff out. This is the stuff that always gets lost, so we'll definitely want to keep that in the box. You have your white lithium grease. You got 2 O-rings. And I know they were a little delayed on getting this to me because they had some issues with the O-rings. So I was glad that they realized that, stopped, remade the O-rings before sending this out. And anybody that had already received this got their O-rings resent to them. I'm glad they fixed that. We have our smaller O-ring that goes on the end of our bolt. We have our 2 catch springs. They always send 2. Orange Mod Works does, and that's pretty neat. We have our pin here. I can't even pick it up, so I'm just going to leave it there, but that is an extra pin, I believe, for the bolt. I'm assuming that's what that's for. Yeah, because there's already a pin in here, so I'm assuming that's a second pin. We have some core stickers, so that's pretty neat. And this should be our Retaliator trigger. And that is a pretty cool looking orange trigger. Really, really nice. It does have some flashing in the middle there, but you know, it is a cast piece, but looks nice. And since this does also work with the Recon Mark II, it also comes with an orange Recon Mark II trigger, because those 2 triggers are different, so that makes it compatible with both systems. So that's pretty darn cool. This one looks really, really awesome. Makes me kind of want to put it in a Recon Mark II, but I haven't really decided exactly what I'm putting this in. Oh, I missed this. These are the trigger springs. So you get 2 of those in case you lose one, so that's pretty neat. So there's a look at everything that comes with the kit. So that's pretty darn cool. A lot of parts and a very nice looking kit and a very nice packaging. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and installed this into a Recon Mark II, and I had absolutely no issues with the installation process. It went very, very smoothly, have no complaints there. And if you're interested in seeing an installation guide, check out Orange Mod Works. They do an amazing job of showing you how to install their own products, so highly recommend that. The only thing I did differently than what they did was added lithium grease to the metal parts, the catch and the trigger, just to give them a little bit better lubrication and motion. And metal on metal is always a tricky thing, so lubricating that always helps a little bit. And then instead of using the lithium grease they included, I actually used my Super Lube synthetic grease, which I prefer over white lithium grease for like plunger tubes and O-rings and things like that. So let's go ahead and put some shots over the chronograph. So I went ahead and loaded up some Elite darts, some nipple tip darts, and some AccuFakes in here just to give us an array of all different types of darts and to see how they do over the chronograph. So here we go. 140. Wow, that thing went forever far. Not very accurate. 104. 112. 137, 150, 149. Elite darts, powerful yet super inaccurate, so I wouldn't recommend those. Nipple tip darts, 136, 134, whoa, 138, 136, 137, 133. AccuFakes. Doesn't seem to like the AccuFakes too much. Yeah, it doesn't like AccuFakes at all. Oh, there we got one good shot, 106. Yeah, it doesn't really like the AccuFakes, and I think that's going to be the case with waffle darts as well, as this is a very tight barrel and it just doesn't like those squared off heads, and you know, because their heads are as big as the foam diameter, it rubs on them and it just doesn't work very well, unfortunately, which is slightly disappointing. So we're going to go ahead and shoot off some half-length darts. I have some prototype cut down darts and yellow workers and white workers, so here we go. 150, 146, 147, 140, 157. Worker darts. Oh, that was better. 128. 141. They're even whistling. This is kind of crazy. 128. Nope, misfire. Not sure what happened there. Oh, we have one stuck in the barrel. 122. I don't know what happened there. 145. 142. 100. Something happened there. That wasn't quite right. 146. 143. 142. And we're empty. So pretty good FPS numbers out of darts that like to fire through this barrel. I'm not sure if it had to do with the cold or what, but the AccuFakes didn't want to work very well. The workers worked pretty well except for that one that jammed in the barrel. That was kind of weird, but we'll go ahead and check out the ranges. Alright, so we have one of the half-length nipple tip darts, prototype darts at 55 feet. We have a worker half-length, obviously at just short of 57. We have a jet nipple tip dart at 57, and then one right at 58. Another one, 62. We have some elite darts here at 62. But we have the ranges were pretty sporadic, but we did have some good ranges. There's another nipple tip at 65, some workers here at 68. There's an elite over there around 67. Some more half-length darts, a bunch of workers, and one prototype, another prototype here around that 72 to 75 foot range. Some more half-length darts up here around 80 feet to 83 feet. And then we even had some that went past the tape measure, probably closer to 90 feet, even one of the full length. So I would say the nipple tip darts did the best in terms of accuracy and performance. Worker darts seemed to do pretty well for the most part. Elite darts were kind of just way too light and went all over the place as expected. But AccuFakes unfortunately didn't seem to go through the barreling very well, which is disappointing because that's what we primarily use in the Naptown Nerf Club is AccuFakes and waffles. Some Koosh darts are still in there, but mainly those two. And you have problems with those in brass obviously as well. It was a little bit better out of this. Some of them did fire, most of them didn't. So I'll keep testing with those. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is, but I'm assuming that barrel is just too tight, and it's the same problem with the Omni kit. Is it just when you add the power to the barrel, they just don't like each other too much. So we'll go back inside and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, you guys, I'll have to say I'm fairly impressed with this system. I think it does what it says it's supposed to do. Now, I know it's not compatible with all darts, and I think that's just physics. This is a much better system than the Omni kit that Jet uses, as it does breach half of the dart and then pushes the other half into the front barrel portion, and that's how it creates a seal. And it does create at least a seal, as the Omni kit just pushes it forward and doesn't create any seal, and that is its biggest flaw. But to create some sort of seal, you do have a smaller barrel, and anything with a squared off head is probably not going to fire well or at all out of this system. That being said, there is a ton of darts out there that will fire out of this system, both long and short, so that's awesome. And I'm sure there's many more darts. I would love to try min gun darts. I just don't have very many on me. I think that's a long dart that would be accurate and probably fire pretty well out of this thing. The worker darts did pretty well. Every one in about 10 or so seems to have an issue, but other than that, I think it did pretty well. And then nipple tip darts seem to do well also. All in all, I think this system is great. It's definitely delivering the performance it claims, and I think that's awesome for a system that you can just drop in and do no shell cutting. And for people that really don't mod that much, I think this is something that's really, really good. Also, something that's really cool to me is you can add barrel attachments to this, and that looks pretty darn sweet. and will not really hurt the performance at all, as that barrel comes almost to the end of this barrel attachment. So overall design, I love the triggers. The orange is really cool, and obviously that's just for the people that back this project early. So if you like things like that, I would highly recommend going and looking on Orange Modworks site and trying to back the Longshot kit and the Alpha Trooper kit. Both of those have not been funded yet. They may not get funded if enough people don't go back it, but if you back it and it doesn't get funded, you will not be charged. So that is really cool. Obviously, it would really suck to put your money towards something and then not get anything in return, but you will not be charged unless that is fully funded. So definitely go and check out their site. I think what they're doing is something that is good for them and for us. So hopefully their projects do get backed, because I do think they make good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and unboxing. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. And as always, peace out.